It's in an operation management role.
If you're not having fun during the interview, it is unlikely that you will enjoy the job.
Obviously, the MBA program has helped me to get to being considered for this position.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Now this is gonna be, I think, one of the most useful videos that I'm gonna do for the channel, and also it's gonna be one of the longest ones. But the major reason why you probably would want to do MBA is, of course, to advance your career, aim in a higher function within the industry that you already been working at, or like with some people, it's actually with the goal of transitioning. This video is more about people who successfully did that already. Several of my classmates already have successfully landed great jobs, and they are going to be the ones who are going to be talking to you.
I recently landed a job with Amazon. It's in an operation management role. I used to think of myself as an out-and-out finance person, and I did have a couple of offers from finance. But the thing is, this operations role is so much more challenging than I anticipated, and I look forward to actually imagining myself in this role. And for example, what are the kind of things that you want to do? So it's nothing that I've done before, but something that I'm really looking forward to. So there were actually two phases to my job search. The first phase was when I actually really wanted something specific in finance, something related to mergers and acquisition. But the thing is, I didn't have a background in that. So it's one part of it is being brutally honest to yourself. What exactly do you really want, and whether that's realistic or not. So after like a couple of months of trying to figure out what I really want to do, Amazon happened. It's a career service hosted event. Amazon came to our campus. I sat for it with the hope that, okay, but the role looks challenging enough and I want to give it a shot. And luckily everything went through. Each CV and each cover letter, to be very precise, was tailored to the application that I was sending to. It had my motivation very clear, why I want to do this role. And there were tenets of the job description that came out very well. At least I tried to do a good job of bringing out like the synergies between my skills and the job at hand. So that is the amount of effort that goes into each and every cover letter. I think the conversion ratio was around 10 to 12% for me, because the thing is, I did send out a lot of a lot of applications out there. So probably the number looks very low, but people who are very concise and very focused on the applications that they send, their numbers may be very skewed towards the higher side. But that depending on the strategy that you take for getting a job. In the role that I'm looking at with Amazon, I'll be starting in January 2020. My visa process and everything will take care of itself in between. The one piece of advice, or I would say 1.5 piece of advice that I would want to give to people is, first of all, be brutally honest with yourself. What are your strengths? What do you really want? What do you like? What do you don't like? Be brutally honest with yourself. I mean, there's no substitute for it. The second minor piece of advice I would give is probably don't be watertight in what you want. Be ready to explore things that you didn't even imagine. Maybe it leads you down a path that you didn't even imagine, and it turns out the best course of action for you. So be open to new experiences.
I think the first thing would be patience. Dream big, wait for the right opportunity to come, and just don't settle for something that you're not fully satisfied with. The second thing I would say is do your homework. Really be prepared. It's relatively easy to anticipate what kind of questions you're going to get during your interviews. So if you're going to be interviewed by a marketing director, think about what kind of problems this person is facing, prepare for what might await you during the interview. And the third thing that is very important in my opinion is really enjoying the process. If you're not having fun during the interview, it is unlikely that you will enjoy the job. So be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone else, because you cannot pretend on a daily basis. And the interviewers really want you to succeed. They really want to see the real you, so they can see if you really fit in the corporate culture. So I will be joining Uber on Thursday, actually. In the Benelux team, I will be senior manager for strategy and operations. I was very lucky because I was approached by Uber, so my process was quite short. The whole thing took maybe 10 days. I went through 5 interviews. First one was with the internal recruiter. Second one was with the hiring manager. And then I had a panel interview, 3 interviews one by one, with the marketing director, with general manager and marketplace director. I believe through LinkedIn. So I was approached by Uber Eats like half year before that from the Polish office, and then I rejected that opportunity. It was something that didn't interest me, but I told them to surely stay in touch if there is something more interesting for me. And then I was contacted by this recruiter.
So would you say it's a combination of your previous experience and the MBA that you're currently doing that kind of contributed to this offer in the end?
Yes, absolutely.
I have a background in finance, more specifically in stock exchange market and private equity markets, and I already have a job offering from that I got from a prior employee, and they basically knew me from a prior job. I worked with them like for 2-3 years. I keep in contact with them. They knew my story about coming here to Netherlands to do the MBA, and now they are raising or they are creating a new job opportunity, and they contact me to see if I was interested into coming back to on working with them. Obviously, the MBA program has helped me to get into, to being considered for this position. It's a better position. It's as a middle management position, which is called an associate in this investment banking environment. But as it's a new fund, it's a new company that they are creating. So actually, I'm going to have like a more seniority than the one that I had before. Same employer, but not the one that I had before coming here, but ones that some guys that I have worked with like a few years ago.
Okay, so they just realized that you're here doing an MBA and reached out to you with a job offer.
Yeah, for sure. It's a valuable thing to have in your CV, and obviously it's going to show you and to allow you to get into more seniority positions and to develop your career a little bit further. Before coming here, I just tried to keep my networking open, and so I just met them for a while. I told them that I was going to came here to obviously to be able to, if they need my help during my studies, and obviously to create the contact and the networking, and seems it's working. Considering because they are also finishing to set up all the things, so we are just waiting for end of December to see if it goes, or if I can find something else here.
So you are still in the meantime looking for options elsewhere.
That is pretty important to keep the doors open with your prior bosses, and to leverage your network as much as you can. You know, it's like even if people that is not here in Europe, they can put you in contact with people that can be useful in your career or to guide you in the things that you want to consider. So yes, try to keep the doors as open as possible, to tell the people that you are going to take this step in your career, and that's it.